Hi, did you know that there were some very important agreements between you and the universe or God before you came into life? Well, stick around because I'm going to explain all of that in just a moment. It's really easy to not remember what these agreements were because they were made prior to our incarnation, prior to us being here, prior to when we were born. But what you don't seem to understand is that we each are energetic, eternal beings, which means we've always existed, we will always continue to exist, and we are composed purely of energy, the same substance that is composed of the divine or of God or of the universe. So everything that it resonates within that energetic being known as God resonates within all of us. We are all eternal and we are all pure energy. So being all sparks of the divine, being all parts to the greater source, God, the universe, we all needed an opportunity, we all wanted an opportunity to experience ourselves, to know ourselves in full form and in experiential form, because we only knew ourselves as an idea, as a thought, as simply pure awareness. This is why we decided on the first agreement. The first agreement being, forget who we are. When we came into life, we had some ideas, we had some preferences for what we wanted to experience while we were here. As energetic beings, this is something that we all established prior to our incarnation. So the world as you know it is a stage, it's a matrix, it's a place where we come to experience ourselves in limited form and unique perspective. And so before we came into life, we decided that coming down here and coming into these bodies, fitting into these personalities, we were going to forget who we were, because in forgetting who we were, we could really throw ourselves into the part. Famous actress and actors such as Julia Roberts and Meryl Streep, some of the things that they like to do before they prepare for a role is they actually study and they assess and they analyze and they basically become the character that they're wanting to embody on stage, because this is going to help them understand that mindset and really bring to the screen what it is that they are trying to reflect out into the world, this character, this personality. So they spend a lot of time practicing that so that they can understand it and they can better express that on the camera. From the moment we are born as children, we become someone based off of our experiences, our circumstances, our unique perspective. Our life conditions us to become a unique individual. And our personality emerges from those experiences, from those circumstances. That brings me to agreement number 2, that we decided and we agreed to become a unique perspective, a unique individuation of the grander whole. You know, think of it this way. God, the universe, is kind of like the massive ocean. It's a huge amount of water, and it forms and it molds and it has a unique experience as a whole. But when you remove one drop from that massive ocean, then you have an individuation. But what's the difference between the drop and the ocean? The only difference is that that drop has very limited experience because of its combination, because of all of its traits and where it is when it separates from the ocean. So we're the same way. We are gods in living form. We are individuations of that grander being. And so we temporarily, or we psychologically separate ourselves from the grander being. We forget that, and then we come in with these unique circumstances that help condition us to become our unique personality. For example, my name is Ferny, or Fernando, and I have lived a life with so-and-so as my mother, and I've had such and such as my siblings, and I've had these amount of experiences. And all of the combination of all of those experiences and situations or circumstances has created me to be the person that I am today. You are no different. You are here to experience that unique individuation, that unique perspective about the whole and all of creation. And that brings me to the third agreement. We all have a purpose. We all have a reason for being here. So you, as an individuation of this grander being, has decided before you were born that you were going to experience certain circumstances, certain events. You were going to have unique experiences which were going to compose of your life, and we're going to give you your unique perspective. That is why you're here. Many times when I'm talking to a client, they ask me, what is my purpose? Fernando, what is my purpose? And although I may intuitively try to tap and tune in to any experiences they're going to have that make it seem like that's their purpose, when it comes down to it, their purpose is to live, to breathe, and to see and experience life through their unique perspective, through their eyes. So it is to have your experiences. It is to overcome those experiences. It is to be the champion of those experiences. It is to have the certain joys that you have and the sorrows that you have. There is a theme that you are here to experience, and you made that determination, you made that decision before you were born. So that is the third agreement for you being here: your purpose, your theme, the things you were and are meant to experience while you were here. Now, I may have mentioned in the past that you can change your future, you can change some of the experiences you're going to have, and that is true. You have 100% control when you're down here. It's like throwing someone on stage. Even though they've been granted a part, they've been given a unique personality and unique perspective to exemplify on stage, they can freestyle once they're up there. They can do whatever it is they want to do with that role. So your life may have a set of circumstances and experiences and traits and unique perspective that is specifically for you, but you can do whatever you want once you get down here, and that means choosing your future. So even though you may have a theme that you are working through, even though there's a part that you're playing, you can still freestyle. You can do whatever it is that you want to do once you're here. And the last agreement, and the agreement that not a lot of people have had in the past but are now starting to incorporate into their incarnation here in the physical world, is you agreed to awaken. And just by watching this video, just by understanding what it is that I am explaining to you, just by even being aware of what it is that I'm explaining to you, you have chosen awakening within this lifetime. So you are awakening. You are awakening to your potential, to the truth of who you really are. You are awakening to what it is that you can accomplish in your life. You're awakening to your true identity. And that is, I think, the most important thing that you understand. You are awakened. And so the Buddha, the great Buddha, taught this about awakening and being aware of our purpose here, why we are here, why we choose to have these experiences, and how we can work through it, how we can live through it. Jesus came along as well and tried to teach others some of these important keys and secrets, as you will, that would help them to understand the grander scheme of things. And so now you understand the 4 agreements, the sacred agreements that you made before you came into life. Now you can maybe look at your life in a different way and start to make different choices and have more control, have more of an awareness, and really get the full experience you are meant to have. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed this, please give me a thumbs up. If you are on Facebook, go ahead and like my page, and don't forget to share this with your friends. If you are on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. And if you would like to ask me any questions, please feel free to do so in the comment section below. I love you guys. Until our next conversation.